Hyde Park. The new businesses that are coming in will address that even further. And I think you're absolutely right. If we can find more retail opportunity for clothing, or I can buy a belt, I think we really have moved in the right direction. In the interim, we need to work with businesses and help them think beyond that traditional box. How can you find a new client base in these here times with these here kind of competition?
Right.
And I think that's real.
Well, I also think that I think it's important that you're providing that service because, you know, I know that there's some things I'm very good at, but running a business would probably not be one of them. I may have a unique service or ability, but sort of monetizing that, sort of thinking how to get clients for it or how to grow it, that's a unique skill and ability, and I think that it's great that the Chamber's providing that to folks. I also think, though, that in the long term, once Harper Court is completed, you'll have sort of a destination for 53rd Street and for Lake Park Avenue, which should drive up foot traffic and visits and people riding their bikes over because there's a new bike station that'll be going in on 53rd Street. So that should increase sales at existing Hyde Park businesses and stores. And with the new theater opening up, I mean, I just see a lot of people being sort of driven to that corner of Hyde Park. I mean, it's traditionally was the downtown, and it looks like we're bringing that downtown Hyde Park feel back.
I think even with Clark's as a restaurant that's open 24 hours, that creates a different lifestyle, a nightlife.
Sure.
And I think I look forward to more of that, more activity going on 53rd Street in the evening hours.
Right.
You know, as we do every year, we're doing a summer music festival. Last year it was Roy Ayers and War. This year it's going to be Average White Band and Roy Ayers again. That festival attracts 60,000 people to 53rd Street. And our job is to help those 60,000 understand what other businesses are on 53rd Street and to come back and visit those businesses. So that's the original intent, and our strategy is to give them something that will entice them to come back.
You know what another good reason to come to Hyde Park is? Our 4th of July parade, because I've talked to my colleagues in the council and around the state when I used to be a state legislator. I've asked them if they do this. In our ward, we have this unique tradition where all of the elected officials dress up as historical figures.
Yes.
Even though it's 90 degrees outside. You know, so if you want to see Tony Preckwinkle dressed as a Statue of Liberty, or Alderman Leslie Hairston looking like Betsy Ross, or me looking like some Civil War soldier, and Kwame Raoul, the state senator, does this Thomas Jefferson thing. He has like the powdered wig and the breeches and the whole 9 yards. A good time is had by all. So that's another reason to come down to Hyde Park.
I think
I've tried to get out of the costume tradition, by the way.
No, it's not going to happen.
And I've been, you know, excoriated for that. Everybody wears the costume. Anyway.
And I look forward to it because it really is Hyde Park is like a company town, a small town, a college town. It has all of those unique perspectives that I find challenging when I go to other parts of the city. I like that small town feeling. When I walk the streets of Hyde Park, my friends are always amazed at how many people from the university, or how many people from my son's school, or how many people from the chamber say hello to me. They're like, "What do you do here?" I'm like, "I live here. That's all I live."
Well, you know what they say about Hyde Park.
We can't hide.
No place to hide and no place to park.
And that is a challenge.
But you know, we are working on the parking situation in all seriousness. But as a good alderman should in Hyde Park. But you know, it is a great community, in that people know each other. And I think that even with these new developments, we'll be able to keep the small town feel, but also bring the retail and the kind of experience that people are looking for on the Mid-South Side. I mean, I think that the Mid-South Side, given our income, given the density, has been ignored for far too long by national retailers and some of the larger retailers. And I really appreciate what small businesses in Hyde Park have done, which is to hold on and to provide a service and to serve a market that's been underserved.
Well, they also need to think how to target and how to partner with some of the businesses. The Hyatt Hotel, that's not coming until the spring of 2013, spoke at a session that the Chamber hosts. Every first Thursday we have an after-work meeting, and Ed Small, president of the Hyatt, spoke there to small businesses about what the Hyatt needs in partnership. I mean, that's the kind of collaboration that I think really, really works. Kenwood High School is working very closely with the Harper Court development so that high school kids get a better sense of how this kind of development occurs from inspiration to dedication. So it's not just that those organizations are coming in for retail, they're coming in to influence the community in a real positive way, and I think our children benefit tremendously from those opportunities.
Well, I'm very glad that you're heading up the chamber and working to build those connections and making sure that our local businesses can compete. And also getting some of those new guys to come in and join your group as well. Absolutely. And understand the importance of being involved in the community. Wow. Right. I know it's a lot. I want to hear more about Jakarta sometime and some of the other places you've been in your world travels. But we'll do that another time. I want to say thank you to all of you for tuning in to Fourth Ward Headlines. Again, I'm Alderman Will Burns, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thanks so much.